Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Where will DeAndre Hopkins land? When DeAndre Hopkins got released from the Cardinals, that last week or the week before last, he got released from the Cardinals. They couldn't trade him. They were looking to trade him, but I guess the trade value or the asking value they was asking for was maybe too high. Because he also is 31 years old, so they only teams want to trade like anything like high value for him, and then you got to take on the contract as well. So I guess they were just waiting because they knew the Cardinals was trying to, get off of him or something like that. So they released him, and now he has opportunity to go anywhere he likes now. And it's a lot of different teams that got their names surrounding DeAndre Hopkins, and I got some of the teams listed on this side right here so I can remember the names. But starting off first, we have the Bills. I know the Bills' name was on the list. They was actually top of the list. They said the Bills could get DeAndre Hopkins. I feel like the Bills getting DeAndre Hopkins would be very good for their team and their own organization. Having DeAndre Hopkins out there with Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis, that's a great receiving core right there. A very good receiving core. But I feel like Hopkins could do more harm than good to Josh Allen a little bit. Like that, I would say more harm than good, but he can do, and maybe it can be like a little like, it might hurt Josh Allen growth a little bit. I know Josh Allen the past 2 years, of course, the past 3 years he's been playing, he's been better and stuff. But the past 2 years, kind of like the not been playing like the level he played when Daboll was on. Brian Daboll was there when he was the offensive coordinator and stuff like that, helping him out and stuff like that. And when he was had his best year, he finished second in MVP votings. Josh Allen is an amazing player. Remember I did my QB tier list a couple weeks ago. I had him at almost elite. I feel like he dropped out of that elite class a little bit. I put Joe Burrow ahead of him because Josh Allen, in the crucial situations, in the crucial games, we have seen him not be able to make those plays or force feeding the ball and the turnovers and stuff. They keep adding up over and over. We've seen it against the Bengals. We went head to head with the Bengals. Joe Burrow played amazing that game. Josh Allen had opportunities, and they just didn't turn out well. And then we seen him the year before last with the Chiefs. That was more of a with the Chiefs, like it's a back and forth right there. Then the year before that, it got blown out in the AFC Championship game by the Chiefs. So just can't get over that extra hump to get to the Super Bowl, or that extra hump to beat those teams like that. Those players we think he can beat. Those teams he can beat. I feel like getting Hopkins there will be cool and stuff on paper, but it's like what Patrick Mahomes had to deal with past 2 years. He kind of learned patience, having all that talent and having that ability, the gunslinger mentality to throw the ball, but learning patience and knowing when to take your shots and pick your poisons. I feel like DeAndre Hopkins getting added to the Bills will make, Josh Allen already trigger happy. It'll make him even more trigger happy and launching the ball down the field and stuff like that. And I think it might, of course, they'll put some big numbers up and stuff like that, but I feel like they shouldn't really pursue Hopkins because they don't really need another receiver. I feel like they should just stay with the team they got. They have a team built to compete for a Super Bowl right now. It's just the patience. We need to learn patience. We see Patrick Mahomes learn that when teams start bracketing, they start covering you differently, and they want you to take those the short stuff, and you eat that stuff up, and then you see when your shots are taken. Last year, Mahomes did it perfectly, and he did it with guys who wasn't even looked up as number one receivers. He had number two receivers, and Juju and Kadarius Toney may have potential to be number one day down the line, but just the patience Mahomes had and just kept building upon it, and then you seen them win a Super Bowl like that, and just being patient and taking what the defense give you. I watch Josh Allen sometimes get a little too trigger happy, and I think adding a guy like Hopkins might give him even more trigger happy. And of course they put big numbers up, but I think in crucial situations we've seen they not go too well like that. But the Bills got him. It would look great on paper and stuff. Ravens was the next team on the list as well. The Ravens, I know Lamar Jackson did ask for DeAndre Hopkins. He said that he wanted Hopkins there. At first he wanted Hopkins, he wanted Odell and stuff like that. Right now the receiving core is he got potential. Because Rashad Bateman he had some very good games early on before the injuries got to him. Duvernay had the speed and stuff. Of course, Odell Beckham Jr. coming off an injury, too bad knee injury. So I don't know how he's gonna look fully. I guess they're hoping that he'd be the Odell from 2015 or 16, but Odell is a little older now. I don't know what he would bring, maybe 700, 800 yards around that range like that. But the rookie, was it Zay Flowers, right? The rookie Flowers. I believe it's Zay Flowers. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But the rookie receiver they drafted in the first round, he's probably going to be the guy they're going to go and be like, okay, we're going to hope he emerges as the number one guy like that because we all in on him. Now they added Hopkins, that'd be cool, but I don't know what the money or the pay Hopkins is looking for, because the Ravens did pay Lamar Jackson, they paid Odell a nice contract, they paid Roquan Smith a big contract, so they got all this stuff going on. So I don't know exactly how they'll be able to bring him over, but they could, and that'll be a nice addition. You have Hopkins, you have the rookie, you have Odell, you have Rashad Bateman, like Duvernay, but I don't really think it's necessary for them to get that like that. I feel like they have I feel like with the style they run too, and the Ravens run the ball a lot. You know, Hopkins maybe looking for a team to like try to go to play with somebody who's gonna, air it out a little bit. The next one is the Browns. The Browns have Mark Cooper there. Mark Cooper is a very good receiver. Adding Hopkins to that mix, him and Cooper would be some crazy. That'd be a crazy dynamic duo. Those two guys would be very, very, very spectacular. You got Mark Cooper with the amazing route running. He's gonna be there. He's gonna run a route precise. He's gonna be there every time you call that play. And be like, okay, I'm going to throw it on this. He's going to be right there. And Hopkins is a guy who can win in any type of coverage. It can be double coverage, it can be single coverage, and he can catch those 50-50 balls in the air. And he turned it to more 70-40. Well, sometimes with him like that, or 60-40 like that. But it's always in his favor because he has those strong hands, and he's vertical, can get up there in the air and stuff like that, and can get down the field and make big-time plays, especially when the ball is in his hands. So that'd be a cool fit. Patriots. But also the money-wise, too. The money-wise, I don't know what Hopkins looking for. We'll have to see. Patriots, I think it was on the list. I know they said Bill O'Brien said that he'd be all for it, but I don't know if Hopkins is fond of Bill O'Brien, because it didn't go too well with the Texans, him trading him, and then the stuff he was saying in the exit interview thing when he was trading him and all that stuff like that. And I don't know if that'll work out too well. And you know how the Patriot system is. No one really wants to be a Patriot unless you're drafted there. Because, you go, because we see a lot of people who go over there and play for the Patriots, and you be like, that style of football, that military style, Greg Popovich style of coaching the team, is all cool and all, but it only fits with certain people and stuff. And like Mac Jones, I think they stopped his growth, because he made a Pro Bowl his rookie year, and then second year, that was the opportunity for them to build around him and like try to bolster him up. But I feel like they kind of sabotaged him. You put in the defensive coordinator as an offensive coordinator the whole entire year, and then you get mad at him and put the blame on Mac Jones. Also, well, Mac Jones, I'm like, no, you had Matt Patricia, who's a terrible head coach, and then you got him. He was a good defensive coordinator, but a terrible head coach, and you got him coaching the offense. That's a stupid idea, but that's the Patriots for you. Like that, it's Bill Way or the highway. I don't think Hopkins will fit too well over there. I did not. The Cowboys was the next team on the list. Jerry Jones said that it was unlikely that they would pursue DeAndre Hopkins. So I don't know if they will pursue him or not. I don't know if they out the running for him, or I don't think they had gotten into contact with Hopkins and they're like, oh, we can't make a deal or good agreement. But yeah, the next team on the list was the Jets. The Jets. That would be a good duo as well. You got Garrett Wilson, who was the Offensive Rookie of the Year, who played very good last year as well. He had all different type of quarterbacks coming in. Michael White, the Zach Wilson, and all type of guys. Joe Flacco was there at one time too, and he's still able to win be Offensive Rookie of the Year and have 1,000 yards too. So you have Aaron Rodgers not coming in. Now Aaron Rodgers do need to get more chemistry with the guys. Remember last year Aaron Rodgers did when he decided not to show them training camps and stuff like that. The young guy, like these are rookie guys. You're not the same guys you've been playing with forever. They're rookie guys, but this time you're on a different team. So those guys are not familiar with you, and you see like, oh, we had a rusty start. You won't never have a slow start like that, especially if you're on a new team and stuff. Remember Tom Brady when he got to the Buccaneers? He was there at almost every training camp like that, even the voluntary ones. He was there every one like that, and then he just kind of just kept playing with them and built chemistry with those guys, and they won a Super Bowl their first year. I'm not saying that if you show up to training camp, you won a Super Bowl your first year, but you can build a lot of chemistry up. So in game situations, when it's like in those pressure situations, you guys already know you're on the same page and know what your each other's styles and what your guys about. But Hopkins and Garrett Wilson will be a great duo. I think it'll actually help Garrett Wilson a lot too with his growth. He already played very well his first year, but I think his second year will help him a lot too. Having Hopkins on the other side, learning from him, learning from DeAndre Hopkins, who's a multiple-time first-team All-Pro, multiple-time Pro Bowler, and most likely maybe a future Hall of Famer as well. He had like 10,000 or 11,000 receiving yards in his career. He had very good years and stuff in this league, and been one of the top 5 guys for a long period of time and stuff, and probably considered the best too in a period of time as well. So learning from him would be very cool for Garrett Wilson to have. And also, when you have 2 number 1s out there, it just make it more difficult for defense. They be like, oh, I'm double team Hopkins, and then Garrett Wilson can go eat. But like, okay, we're gonna stay on Garrett Wilson, and then Hopkins. So it make the offense flow better. I feel like their styles will match pretty well too. The next team is the 49ers. 49ers will be a great fit for them. 49ers is a great fit for anybody. Kyle Shanahan can fit anybody in that offense and run it well. But the only thing and the only concern is the quarterback position. Is Trey Lance going to be the guy? Is Brock Purdy going to be the starter? What they're going to do with that? So we don't know exactly. So we have to see. Eagles, they have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I don't think they need Hopkins, but if they added them, it would be, it'd be a even more plus. They made the Super Bowl before. They played great in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts played amazing in the Super Bowl. 300 passing yards, rushing. I think he had 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown. They play amazing. Just like came down to one play, and Bradbury had to play right there, and then the teeth of the ball last, so it just made it it what it is like that. So they were really one play away. So and now they added more to their defense. Their offense is very good. So I don't think they really need Hopkins, but they was to add him and just be an extra piece. The Giants, I feel like this is my pick for where he should go. I feel like it would be the best fit for everybody. I think it was the Giants. Mine was the Giants because now I know people saying, well, we're trying to win. Like the Giants made the playoffs last year, I said the Giants and the Jets are my 2 picks for him. I like the Jets would be a nice fit, but I think the Giants is the best fit. My first pick for him because first of all, he'd be the number 1 guy there. The Giants, he'd be the number 1 guy, bona fide number 1 guy, and it will help Daniel Jones out a lot. I think having, we see a lot of like young quarterbacks who got a veteran receiver, who are elite level receiver, and it helped their career out a little bit. It helped them bolster up. We see Patrick Mahomes with Tyreek Hill when he was there, and he had Travis Kelce and stuff like that, those veteran elite guys. And so we already knew Mahomes had talent. Of course, we know Mahomes is very good. He's the best quarterback in the league for the past 3-4 years. But it did help out having those guys like that to bolster up. We see Justin Herbert when he had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and those guys. We've seen what Josh Allen did when he got Stephon Diggs and stuff like that. So just having those elite level receivers can bolster your self up a little bit and help the young guy jump to the next level and stuff. And it might help Daniel Jones jump to the next level and help his growth too as well. And he'd be number 1 there. And then they got a good defense there. Brian Daboll is an amazing coach, a great offensive-minded coach as well. And I feel like with Hopkins, they can get, maybe get over the hump. Like they won 1 playoff game, and then the second one, they kind of fell short to the Eagles. They didn't really have that explosion on the outside to beat anybody. But you put Hopkins out there, and you see a difference in the way people guard and stuff. And it might open a lot of things up too for even more for Saquon Barkley as well if he do come back. I don't know if he signed a franchise tag or not. I'm not too sure about that. and looked into that lately, but we'll see. But that's all I got for this video today, guys. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, which will probably be tomorrow on the channel. Or maybe, tomorrow on the channel. Peace out.